Hello you gorgeous people of the interwebs, I hope you're having a fan-dabby-dozy day. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. I am Gwenny and I love luxury in all of its glorious, luxurious forms. Today I've got another tag video for you, and this tag video is 50 odd things about me. I was tagged in this series by my sister from another Mr. Winnie Bee LV, mouth of the south. The tag was originally created by Flo In The City, but as I understand it, when she created this tag it was in response to 50 set questions. Now I think that's got lost along the way, but personally I kind of prefer this kind of freestyle vibe. Both of their videos will be linked down below, so don't forget to go and check them out after you've finished watching my video, of course. And I'm going to be tagging some of my usual suspect YouTube friends. We're going to be going for Autumn, Yota. Now I do believe they have both already been tagged by the lovely Winnie Bee LV herself, but I just want them to know I'm tagging them too. Irene, Jess, Tiffany, Kimberly, Cindy, Marie, Jenny, Tarina, Lisa, Jamie. Go on, I think you can find 50 odd things about you. I will also tag them in the description down below, and as and when videos are released I shall update the description with links to those videos. Okay, before I reveal to you my 50 odd things, I just want to say hello. Thank you to all my subscribers for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, ring my bell, and give this video a thumbs up love if you do enjoy it. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Right, let's get into my 50 odd things. Some of them might not actually be odd, probably more like trivial facts about me. And whether you think these are actually odd or not, that's for you to decide. I'm just telling you. Excuse the red face, hubby has put the heating on today and I am melting, which does lead me nicely into my first odd thing, and that is that I am hot. I am always hot. There is an ongoing battle for the thermostat in our house. I always want to have it turned down, hubby always wants to have it turned up. Because I'm always hot, I spend very little time under the duvet at night. Don't think it's related, but I was born in Dubai. It was a little less shiny and a little more dusty back in those days. I am an only child, but I have 3 half siblings on my dad's side and 1 on my mum's side. I am a lifelong cat botherer. I once severely sprained my ankle just by standing up. I was sitting on a crash mat on the floor before a trampolining class, and I have never ever injured myself while trampolining. At 14 I won silver medal in the county gymnastics competition. With my partner Joanne we did a routine to Kate Bush's Babushka. When I am drunk, I believe that I am still that 14-year-old gymnast, and yes, I have injured myself. My only A-level is in dance, and I was the editor of my 6th form yearbook. It was still a really new thing in the UK, which is why it wasn't for the whole school and just for the 6th form, and I absolutely loved it. When I was 9, I gave my teacher, Mr. Hollows, a Christmas card where I professed my undying love for him. I am pretty sure a few of us have done that, right? I later bought Mr. Hollow's apartment with my first husband. I'm on my second marriage. I married at 20 the first time round, and it just sort of fizzled out. We just wanted different things. We wanted wildly different things from our futures. I don't particularly like fruit because I find it too sweet. I don't have a particular sweet tooth apart from some things that I go crazy for, but I do love vegetables. I still sleep with my teddy bear. He is a few months older than me and he's looking a little bit flat these days. I need to send him to the teddy bear spa, but I am a little bit scared about doing that and having him come back and it just not being the same. I love sports. I am a big fan of rugby and cricket, although I can get really excited about things like the Olympics, especially things like gymnastics, floor exercises. My favourite. I am obsessed with Strictly Come Dancing. The sequins, the routines, the dancing, the just fabulousness of it all. I still have my first ever luxury item. I still use it occasionally, and it is my 24-year-old Bally Hobo monogram nylon handbag. I sing and dance in the car all the time, and I pretty much break into song and dance anywhere and everywhere. I dyed my hair hot pink for our wedding, and this was with hubby's encouragement, and I liked it so much I kept it for about 3.5 years afterwards before I toned it down to this kind of rose gold colour. I also kept my surname when hubby and I got married because I'd had it for nearly 40 years and I was kind of attached to it. I can't draw to save my life, and that's something that has actually bothered me my entire life because I used to really love drawing. I can draw when it comes to games like Pictionary, I can get the message across, but other than that I'm pretty terrible. So I have to satisfy my drawing need with a bit of colouring in. I can't stand having long fingernails. I can't type with them, I can't do up buttons, I just cannot function. I prefer to have my nails painted, but to be honest, I'm really bad at doing it and it doesn't last, and I don't like having gels, so quite often you will see me with unpainted nails. Perfectly normal. I don't think anyone should feel like they have to have their nails perfect all of the time, and what is perfect nails anyway? However, I do insist on having my toenails painted because I feel really weird if I look at my feet and my toenails aren't painted. I really enjoy going shopping with my husband or with friends, but to be honest, I prefer to go shopping alone, and I can do that for a good solid 8 hours straight and still come home empty-handed. I am an introvert. I have over 20 tattoos and I want more. The only tattoo that I have that is a shared or a joint tattoo is the heart on my wedding ring finger, which husband and I got together a couple of weeks before our wedding. I've always wanted to have tattoos. I think I told my mum when I was 11 that I wanted to get my nose pierced and have tattoos, but I didn't get my first one until I was 30. I had one at sort of 24 that was supposed to be a sort of temporary grow out over 7 years thing, but I mean it stayed, so I guess that was my first tattoo at 24, believing that it wouldn't be a permanent one. It was a teeny tiny little butterfly and I had that covered up by a massive tattoo. I just was too scared to go for it any earlier than age 30 because I wasn't entirely sure that I would still like the design, and actually one of them that I had when I was 30 I am planning on having covered up. Weirdly though, I'm not a fan of needles. I really struggle to stay conscious when I have blood taken. I broke my coccyx at the age of 19. I slipped down a metal fire escape carrying a box of photocopier paper. It was in the rain and I was doing it for my employer at the time, who was a firm of solicitors, so that all got quite exciting. I have a full motorbike licence. I am a bit of a petrol head. I have always had sports cars, where my husband has always opted for something a little bit more sensible. I'm an IT project manager by trade. I know, sexy profession, but I'm currently a full-time house elf. I love spreadsheets. I keep spreadsheets for everything. I have a tracker for all my luxury items, where I bought them, when I bought them. When I get the opportunity to get the date code or something like that, I'll pop it in there so it's always readily available. And with my love for spreadsheets, I am able to organise and plan the fun out of any holiday or other event. I'm terrified of fish. I am convinced that if I go in the sea, something's going to eat me. I used to swim in the sea all the time as a child and I didn't even think twice about it. So that's one of those things. I think when you get a little bit older, you start to realise the risks that are out there. Now I know that it's kind of irrational, but if I just dip a toe in the ocean, someone's going to bite my toe off. My all-time favourite musicians are Kate Bush, David Bowie and Peter Gabriel. I cannot listen and sing along to, because I can't listen without singing along to, but I cannot sing along to Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure without bursting into tears. Every time. I'm a Sagittarian and my Chinese horoscope is a rabbit, and while I do not generally believe in things like daily horoscopes and things like that, I am a typical Sagittarian and a typical rabbit. I cannot keep houseplants alive. I don't know what happens. I follow all of the instructions and they still die on me. Two of my sisters are incredibly green-fingered and their homes are lush with foliage, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't well, Joe. I started going grey at 15 and I developed quite early on a white streak, pure white streak. It's about tucked away behind here, and I always call that my X-Men superhero streak. It doesn't give me any powers, but it looks pretty cool. Since I was 19, I have caught the time 1, 2, 3, 4 on some digital clock, my phone, my laptop, anything. pretty much every single day, and it pleases me. I don't know why, but I'm always drawn to, oh, I must look at, oh look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I absolutely love it. I also catch times like 11:11 or 13:13, and they also please me greatly. And if I am doing something that requires me to be away from a screen, phone, laptop or otherwise, I will often hear my husband shout out 11:11 from somewhere in the house because he knows it'll make me smile. I love folk festivals, and I especially love ceilidh dancing. I also, in my 20s, had a brief stint as a Morris dancer. I would like to say it was Border Morris and not Cotswold. Border Morris is where they wear tatters and hit each other with big sticks and is very, very exciting. Cotswold Morris is the one where they dress all in white and wave hankies around. Not as exciting. This does all depend on what your definition of exciting might be. I do not have the stop eating signal. Nothing goes from my tummy to my brain. I just do not know when to stop eating. I've never had it, so I really have to work quite hard on portion control, and I'm also really, really bad at portion control. I am a total cheese fiend, and I would happily eat it 5 times a day on its own or on top of something else. And I'm going to say it's totally unrelated, but I think it probably is quite highly related. I no longer have a gallbladder. I had it removed a couple of years ago after I had 1 gallbladder attack, but that 1 gallbladder attack lasted 5 days and resulted in the paramedics being called out. Cheese. I tend to put crushed chilies on all of my food. I have been on 3 cruises. I have a lot of favourite films. My favourite film franchise is Fast and Furious. Now, yes, I know the plot lines and the stunts and the effects and everything are all quite ridiculous, but listen, it has strong female characters, it has well-written characters from different backgrounds and different races, and it speaks to the love and support and the strength that comes from your chosen family, and I absolutely love that. Oh, and it has fast cars going fast. Still not over Paul Walker. And my 50th odd thing about me is that I am totally at ease with visibly aging. Now, I use moisturisers and eye creams and things like that, but that's mostly just to keep my skin in good condition, not necessarily to hold back the signs of aging, because we're all going to age and there's beauty in that. I know there's a whole industry out there trying to convince us that we need to be scared of aging and hold back the years and all of that kind of stuff and pump yourself full of this and slap that on and everything, and I just don't think it's necessary. When people ask me things like, oh, what about your tattoos? What are they going to look like when they're old and wrinkly? Well, they're going to look like I lived in them and I loved them and they grew old with me. And my body, although not physically perfect, and you know, things are heading south, it doesn't matter. It's lived in, it's loved, it does things for me, it moves me around the place, and I'm grateful to it. And yeah, I just don't really mind. Anyway, that was my 50 things, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more through my 50 trivia, odd things, facts about me. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it the thumbs up, love. You know the drill. Hit subscribe, ring my bell. I'll see you for the next video. In the meantime, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, stay fan-dabby-dozy, and bye-bye!